We've got a YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed to that, we just passed 3,000 subscribers in the last week or so. And it's been growing crazy. We passed 2,000 back in January. So that's continued to build. With Facebook, the big thing that you just have to understand is that even though like with the flyers, that's going to be it's going to work today or it's not. There's no, your flyer is going to work a week, well, it might work a week later, but it's not going to get calls from that flyer a month, a year, 5 years from now. With Facebook and with so much of social media and certainly with the internet marketing, it's out there, it's forever. You throw something up on Facebook, you throw something up on YouTube, it's out there for good. People are going to see that, they're going to be able to find that. We get a decent amount of work from YouTube as well, which I will lump that for the most part. It's broken down separately, but still social media marketing there. It all comes down to being seen. I can spend time and walk around a neighborhood all day passing out flyers, which again, when you need money right then, that's going to work. I think if you paid yourself the amount of money, if you pay yourself $10 an hour and threw that instead on Facebook, I think you can get a much better end result on it. Because for me, it continues to build. I always equate it to farming. A lot of times people will have issues with it and they're like, well, Facebook marketing doesn't work. Because what did they do? They went out, they went to the seed store, they bought 500 pounds of seed, and they bought some really good dirt, they made a good ad, and then they just threw it on the ground and said, well, I don't have plants yet, where is everything? It takes a little time. You have to be in that for the long game. And it's not somebody was trying to say, well, if it's not working, I'm not going to continue to do this for 5 years, throw money at something that's not working. Well, it's not going to take that long. But you do have to get through those initial steps where what you're doing is you're getting people to be familiar with you. Terry, Colum, and I went out to a bar last night, and if I walked into that bar, the Summerdale bar, and went in there and said, hey, will you buy anything to any of those people in there, they wouldn't have bought from me. Didn't matter what I was selling. Hey man, I got this awesome special, we're going to wash your house for like $50. They're not going to do that. Colum goes in there and says, hey, well, they all know him. They're all shaking his hand. He's a known commodity to them. If he wants to sell them anything, they're going to buy, or they're more likely to buy. Or if they need something, the people that he's been interacting there with on a regular basis, they are going to be thinking of him. If all of a sudden they need to get some power washing done, or they hear somebody say power washing, oh, call him. Here's this guy. This guy's awesome. Let me hook you up with him. He's going to be that person, and the reason why is because people are familiar with him. He's a known commodity to them. And I think Facebook has such a great way to do that, because you can put your message out in front of people. You continue to put out content, and people will find you. They're going to become more familiar with you. The beauty of it, too, is that, I may not have met most of the people in here, or at least half of you I've met and before today. But you may have seen us on YouTube or on Facebook. And you probably know me better that way, obviously, than I know you. And that's the same thing with Facebook marketing, is that when I go up to do that job, when I get that lead from somebody who's sent me a message and said, hey, can we get an estimate? They've watched us cleaning a roof. They've watched us cleaning a house. They've seen us cleaning concrete. They've seen us take somebody's rust-covered mailbox and make it look like new in just a matter of minutes. They're already blown away. They know what I can do. They've already become familiar with who Rob Anderson is, how they can trust me, how they can know. I mean, and I don't take this wrong. I don't want to pick on you with the door flyers, but at the same time, you're having to go from 0 to 100 miles an hour in about a minute. Or really, you might not even have that much just to get the initial, hey, hi, slam the door. You're not UPS or FedEx or Amazon, so I'm done. But with this, what we do a lot of, and it's not saying that ads are wrong, but I think people try to jump to doing ads and pixels and all of that stuff before they get the base and the most important part of it, which is you need to get people familiar. They have to see you. You have to have people. If Colum just starts talking in here, wants to have a show, but didn't invite anybody, what's the point? If he goes out and says, hey, come here, come listen, come here, builds that audience. You have to do something to get people to pay attention. That's why when we were talking in Pennsylvania, if you're out power washing, Jerry's got Bo, hold the phone. Watch this, and it's recorded. It's that simple. You have to see that things that we might consider mundane in our process, record it. If you find one person in town that found that interesting enough that they end up calling you, it was worth the few minutes or whatever, whatever Bo gets paid. Or get your wife, your girlfriend, your kids can do it. My kids actually made a spoof of the Rob Anderson Clean Power Wash video because I all have the Clean Power Wash shirts. And then he starts showing everybody around the house, explaining this and that. And I was like, yeah, you've seen a few of the videos. From a YouTube standpoint, though, that's another great spot where you can put, especially if you're doing things like roofs, or if you're doing oxidation removal or rust removal. House washing is great too. Or just we've got one video that's I think at 900,000 views on YouTube. On there alone, it's actually probably closer to 1.3 million between the different sites that it got shared onto and redone. But that's just us cleaning a bench. We were cleaning the roof, looked down, saw the bench, it was dirty, it bothered me. So I said, you know what, that's gonna look really good. We'll go ahead and videotape that. It's 3 minutes of video and get all those views. With oxidation removal, it's nice because that's a specialized surface. I got a lady who called me from YouTube. She's in Rehoboth Beach. It's about an hour 15 minutes away from my house. $1,400. So I'll drive up there and do the oxidation removal. She'd already sold herself on me because the local guys had looked at it and said, we can't, they ran. They're like, I don't even know what this stuff is. And she calls a guy in Florida, he's like, yeah, it's oxidation, you need somebody who knows how to do that. Well, she's seen this video of us removing oxidation. Why not? You got to put out content. The other big thing is to,
When you drop it up here, I can put it up here.
It wasn't connecting network wise.
I mean, YouTube video. If you need to let me know.
Yeah, actually I can. Just go to facebook.com/cleanpowerwash, which that's something to do. If you haven't already set your Facebook stuff to be an actual URL instead of just a whole bunch of letters and numbers, you can go in there in your page settings, and that makes it also better for search engine stuff.
Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, yep. Clean Power
YouTube
Wash.
works or no?
Yeah, that's it.
Now, Rob, what are your from our convention at Pennsylvania until now? What are your Facebook numbers? And
This year we've spent $500, and
Is that like boosting or?
I have done just boosts. Now, the point there, again, running ads is perfectly fine, and I should be running ads. I should be retargeting. I have literally spent zero money on doing any actual ads, no offers in any of mine. I have one that anytime we get a lot of heavy rain, it's a gutter cleaning one, we do $10 off, or there's a $25 off one, which I was on somebody's front porch to do an estimate, and it's just dumping. And it's like, hey folks, if your gutters are overflowing like Niagara Falls, give us a call. And it's you can't plan that one, but why not? Go ahead and catch that, and then I throw that up for $20-30 for a couple days before and after a rainstorm. So if people see that happen, they give us a call and we'll get that going.
so 870 on YouTube.
Yeah, so $870,000 or 70,000 views. Yeah, that'd be nice if it was all much.
Do you want me to hit that?
Sure.
Did you monetize that or no?
I put everything to be monetized back in January, and then YouTube changed their whole monetization process, and supposedly sometime this month I'll find out. Because it'd be nice to get that.
You want me to play it or no?
Yeah, put the audio on it too.
Audio, what's that?
Right next to the play button on the left side. Yeah, close that, hit there.
Perfect.
Yeah, there we go. This was done.
Alright, so yeah, we're just soaping this down.
Video
You can
was
see
the
really nice
app.
low pressure.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah. And yes, we did use more pressure than we should have on this.
Just because of how much and how thick the lichen is that's on here.
But I'm sure anybody could find a bench or something somewhere that's that dirty and just go clean it. We've done ones where we were hired to clean the house on the left. We pulled up and saw another little wood bench, and I was like, "Good, I'm cleaning this thing." It hasn't been sat in years.
Yeah, nice little spot for a couple of people to sit down, and so you can see the grease comes off right away. The lichen actually is going to root into the actual fibers on the wood. Same reason why it's actually more difficult to deal with that on the roof, because it's
This is also before we had the shirts, but we've racked up that many views in 14 months, 15 months. I don't even know where it's playing at this point, but we also got it onto the Weather Channel and a couple other little spots.
Now, is that your main pack?
Yeah, that's John's.
So this is not look anywhere near this nice in a long, long time.
This is the booster bar?
Okay, this is
Huh?
not part of the job.
No, this is probably with 5.5 gallon a minute pressure washer.
That maybe was the
Were you down?
did actually.
No, we were doing roof finish. This was with the. It actually was probably with the Liquiforce, the gas powered roof system.
Going back and forth a lot of times, you see, especially with the high pressure, no matter very powerful.
The other big and important thing why people's attention are still on this is something's happening. You know, somebody sent me a video the other day and they're like, "Hey, what do you think about me using this as a boost or an ad?" And I said, "Dude, I stopped paying attention after about 3 seconds. I didn't know what was going on."
That may not be looking 100% like new, but man, that looks like something you might actually sit on compared to that green bench. So hopefully these customers will be.
And that, I mean, literally the editing on this was, it was 2 videos, put them together, added the text. WeVideo's great. Quick does awesome ones. Search Shoemaker Pond, or Shoemaker Pond Playground. We do a lot of community cleanings too, which is a big thing that, you know, if you're super busy, you might not have time to do, but still take, you know, your guys finish up, got an extra hour or two to go do some stuff. It's SCH, just SCHUMAKER.
Jamie Schmidt does it now and has gotten a lot of work from it.
Yeah.
This one?
Try that one. Yeah, see, we've got a couple different channels going on. Should be it. Yeah, there we go.
You use Quick for this stuff, right?
Yeah. It gets really loud. So that, from pull up to leaving, took us 25 minutes. We just soaked it down, switched over to water, made that, posted on our page. I'm friends with the mayor, and who's not going to share that? Who's not going to pay attention? And who's our target demographic? Homeowner. A lot of these homeowners have kids. You know, getting on the good side of a lot of people by doing this kind of stuff will help your business. You know, we've done some things that some people have give me a lot of crap about, like when we cleaned part of a underpass, the big wall that says "Hi, I heart Salisbury" has a gigantic smiley face, and it's great though because our branding has been out there so much that other people, when I talk to them, yeah, we see you do stuff on Facebook and whatnot, they're like, "Did you do that thing on Route 50?" Yeah, that was us. Like we had a lot of fun with that, and it was one of those. It's the worst thing that happens. We got to clean the rest of it. You know, we've cleaned big playgrounds right in front of our city zoo. We've cleaned. I like to do business sign cleanings and neighborhood sign cleanings. You know, we cleaned the front sign at a brick sign in a neighborhood. Threw that up. That got us into the HOA group, which that's a gold mine. Getting into those different groups, which there's a lot of free stuff. I mean, if you talk to Everett Abrams. He's in so many of these different HOA groups, and he'll share stuff into there periodically. And he's in, you know, if you're in 30 groups, you can post stuff in each group, you know, throughout the week without spamming it. So, you know, you take these 3 neighborhoods on Monday, you post there. Then you post similar content on Tuesday and Wednesday. It's just a way that you're doing a little bit more of the work on those shares. For me, what I do with most of this stuff, we've got a just literally a deck that we did, before and after photo. I said, hey, love getting pictures like this from your tech. We've put $25, $30 behind it right now, just as a boosted post. And we've got over 100 likes and loves and whatevers. What I do on that, I'll show you, well, can't see on there, but if you go on there in your business profile, you can actually go in and then invite anybody who likes a video or likes a picture that you put on there to then like your page. So we had a little over 650, 700, something like that in January. We're at just over 1,000 likes now by doing that. That was my big thing, was to, again, grow that audience. And it gives, instead of just a, hey, here's my picture, like our page, share this post. Okay, everybody's asking for that. You finally, you saw my video, you liked it, you at least reacted to it in one way, shape, or form. Let me just invite you. You know, continuing to build that up. I'm sure by the end of the year we'll have, we'll be at 2,000 Facebook followers there. Which again, that's all that's doing is we're putting out more content, more links to our stuff, more things going on. You know, equated in Pennsylvania to television. You know, what is your favorite show? Why do you like to watch it? Well, it wasn't on just one time. They keep putting out new episodes. You found the topics interesting. Does everybody find power washing interesting? No, not necessarily. Is it fun to see the before and afters, and especially with videos? You know, we watch that. Is going to the movies more fun than going to the museum? Well, being entertained versus having to look at just a picture, you know, get that video. It is what Facebook wants. It's what keeps us engaged. And one of the things that, and got Dave's shirt somewhere, the Don't Suck at Facebook. Huh? Oh, it's right behind. Fine. But yeah, we took a Facebook class, Chris and I did, down in New Orleans with Dave Carroll. We got our need help with Facebook. It was a lot of fun. We learned a lot there. But what he pointed out is that Mark Zuckerberg's #1 goal with Facebook is to keep you on Facebook as much as they can. So if you are doing things that get people engaged, that keep people staying on Facebook, Facebook will help you your business. They will want to put that in front of people, and we can do all the targeting that we want. At the end of the day, you go in and you look at some of these things and see that it's got a relevancy score that's a 3 or a 2. Stop putting money towards it. You know, if it's doing well, if you've got a high relevancy score, which you can see that in there, if it's showing an 8, 9, 10, 6 or 7, throw some money at it. Get some more engagement. Get more people following that so they can see, you know, just get more exposure. And Facebook wants to then say, well, you 3 guys, I think based off of everything else that you do on here, are going to be more interested in what this business is doing, so organically it will show it to you 3. It may say the rest of these people aren't as interested. I didn't have to super hyper target it, but Facebook knows so much, about what we do, about what we like, that it's going to help you on that. Yeah.
It also makes it cheaper. It's
Exactly.
more relevant.
Exactly.
Where do you go to check the score?
If you go into your business manager, you can see
I'm
that.
not there now if you need anything.
Okay.
Or show your job. You make your birthday cake. Make your birthday cake and do that for you. Notice I'm a great delegator.
Yeah.
Good at this, so this will be interesting.
So where
So
would
you
you
can
go?
yell at him. That's one trick to business, right there.
Yep.
Delegate.
Yep.
So
Precision power wash.
Thank you.
Right.
yeah, go Percent Power Rush. We'll see. Do you do any paid marketing at all on there?
Yeah, we've done a fair bit. We've dropped $700, $800 a clip sometimes.
Okay.
500 my road.
Well, so scroll down on here. Let's see what we can show the likes and stuff there on a post.
For one of the scores.
Yeah. So we'll just somebody that we can invite. So yes, keep scrolling. Go to like his last post. The other big thing is that you want to do this on a timely basis. If you were to go in and you leave here today and you go through the last 6 months and invite all these people
So this
to
one?
join your page. Yeah, so click on right where it says Windows 101. Click on that. Yep. And see all those people that liked it. Now he's already got 29 people that liked it, heart and all there.
Come on.
So this would be something that, yeah.
So where's the score at?
No, this isn't the score, but this is where I go through and where I would invite people. And of course, you can't see that well in that video. But he's got a lot of good reactions here. So there's, that might be a fake profile. Who knows? Whatever. It won't. If it's
who
fake
cares?
profile, whatever.
Never
But it's
know.
more people. But this would be something where I would throw $10 over the next week, 15, $20.
Can you show how to get to the school?
Yeah. So minimize that real quick. So he would just literally click boost, and then the only targeting I literally have is our area. I have it 35 to 65 plus or 35 to 64.
See that right there next to the boost.
Yeah. So Facebook wants you to succeed with this. They want you to spend more money there. Like the whole goal of this again is to make it better for everybody because they want to make money. I mean, and that's why I was targeting. But yeah, he could. So just go ahead and click on boost real quick for me. Colin's got some money to spend. And scroll down on that. So you can change who you want this to go to. Scroll down on this right. Yeah, it's taking forever on that. It's okay, so there's your budget. I really try and keep it to like $1 or $2 a day on any of the things that Well, and so that's good. So go ahead and scroll down to the estimated reach. So let's put that at 7 days. And yeah, that's fine. And keep going, about 42 a day. Go ahead and click boost. We'll see how this
Now,
turns
would you
out
go
for
in and
today.
target like homeowners or anything like that, or just?
I do. So it's homeowners, excluding renters, and the area that I'm in. That's all. I don't do incomes. I don't do interests or any of that other stuff. And the good thing about that is that what I'm doing to be successful on Facebook is not going to be impacted at all by whatever these changes are that are going to go through in October, which are going to impact some of the interest targeting and things that they're quote unquote in trouble for right now. You know, getting people to see you, to like you, and then to want to give you their business. That's it. You know, that this is the cheapest way. And again, going back to if I paid myself $10 an hour to walk around a neighborhood, or I spent $10 on Facebook, Facebook can get this to a lot of people a lot faster than I can walk around a neighborhood. You know, $10, I should be, with me, I always like to see more views than cents I'm paying for. And I'm usually at, you know, it's funny because DJ Carroll is always talking about how it can be so much more expensive to run a boost versus an ad because an ad is targeted. But if you're doing it properly, I'm paying less than a cent for anything that I do. Per impression, I'm paying closer to about a half a cent, which I'll pay that all day long to get in front of people.
Did you hit the view results in that one or just walked in?
We literally just.
How to do? I put a few
Yeah.
dollars to work.
So yeah, let's see this one. And
I might have put.
let me. Yeah.
You want to work your magic there? Go ahead.
Yeah.
And
We'll wait for it to load. Is it loading on there and just taking a while to show up here? Or it's taking.
No, it's all the same. Put all something together.
Okay. In your ads manager, and I can do a video on that, but it'll show, see your results. It'll show here's the percentage of men and women in each category, where it's working better, where it's costing more or less. And you can then see the relevancy score. It basically, are people just finding it not at all interesting because it's just an ad saying, here's a whole bunch of text, here's our special on Windows or whatever it might be. But again, if you build your audience, if you put out content that people are going to be interested in, if you show you doing stuff, they want to see you. They want to buy from you. And if they don't want to buy from you, when you show up to their house, they're not going to. So, yeah. Is it working now?
Right, let me go back. You know, a mistake I made, and I think sometimes a lot of owning up, I really haven't shown my face much on the web. And even for the event today, I relied on like Jerry and Rob. Hey folks, how's it going? just to say, to give a hand, and not that I'm kicking myself, but I kind of am in the subconscious going, you know, we should have jumped on and made the most of the event, because it's a flat rate to put it on, regardless if there's 2 or 50 people here. It's just the food difference in the spread. But anyway, you know, it's people like Rob that are around the same age or even younger that inspire. Maybe I'm a little older and been in business a little longer, and even like events like today, we're 26 years in business. You're never too old or too young to learn. Every day you should be taking something new in, and that's something that I, just to share with you real quick, I'm kind of kicking myself that I wasn't pushing it, but I didn't want to feel that it's a commercial event, you know what I'm saying? It's more about exactly what we're doing, but you're doing a great job, and you've got another 7 or 8 minutes.
Okay. That was better than that. 5 minutes left.
Hey, Rob.
What's up?
I was just going to say, talk to these guys about your content and video. A lot of our customers get apprehensive about shooting themselves in video, the quality of their videos. I get a lot of concern and apprehension just about writing blog articles, so I can imagine what videos are. Just do it. I mean, you get better at it, get over yourself. A lot of people don't like the way they sound or look on video, but the more you do it, the easier, I would assume.
Well, and the big thing to understand there is, guess what? You're going to have to talk to your customer at some point in time. You know, I have like 5 customers that they just text me, hey, can you clean the house? Yeah, we'll be there Thursday. Here's the check. Like, literally, we cleaned their house 4 times before I met anybody there. But that's not usual. You're going to have to talk to the customer. You have to know your products and services and what you do and why you do it that way. So just talk about what you're doing. You know, and yes, you're gonna sound awkward. I'm a very outgoing person on this. My first couple of videos sucked. I mean, I was tripping all over myself and whatnot. Hey, what's going on, man? The biggest thing on those, and I got this from Keith Kalfas though, is shoot the video, rename it real quick. So like all mine will be the date, and then it's clean power wash, and then a brief description of what we're doing. YouTube and Google and Facebook and all that will look at that better than just here's a bunch of numbers. It doesn't really tell the engine what it's doing. And then we'll throw that up on YouTube, we'll throw it up on Facebook, and do it quickly, because I probably have 500 or 600 videos that I haven't uploaded because I didn't do it right then and there.
And don't get too concerned about the polish
Yep.
and the editing and
Yep.
graphics and all that. People do relate to you as a person.
Yeah.
So that sometimes, subconsciously, the less polished it looks, the average
100%.
homeowner will relate to that, because they think, oh, this is just a normal guy like me. Let me reach out to him and do some business.
And a lot of what we're doing is locally based. You know, there's not that many huge franchises of power washing companies. So
they want to see it more.
yeah, they want to see that and get to know you, see who you are. It doesn't matter if you're ugly or pretty or have a great voice or a crappy voice or whatever. They're going to hear it. They're going to see you when you come to do the estimate. So you might as well go ahead and get them. You know, you've got this gigantic thing on your face. Okay, well, they know that. So now when you walk up to the house, they're not just staring at it the whole time. You know, they're able to focus more on what you're talking about. They've become more familiar with you. So that's my biggest thing on it is, again, get video, get content. Live video is great. That's the number one, the best thing that you can do, as long as you have good reception. Doing a live video, if I'd gone live with it and we didn't have good reception, then it just pixels it all, and there's no point in it. And usually you can't tell that. So just, if possible, check your data connection, make sure it's good and strong there.
Like your live video, when I put the...
Yes, that was hilarious. So I don't know how to do these filters. Oh yeah. Oh dude.
It did good.
It did great, because it was hilarious. Like, have fun with it too. Like when all my demo videos, search the rust removing makes your siding happy, or go just to the YouTube channel and just search rust removal. Anytime I do a demo, it's a smiley face. Make it just big old smiley face.
There's one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that one. WeVideo is pretty good for just splicing them together quick. Quick Pro, which works really well for like the playground one.
Does that work for a phone too?
Yeah,
You don't need just a GoPro for it?
yeah, no, it's just an app you download it on there.
What's the average video? You know,
These ones with a demo, this is 3 minutes. I mean, if you're going to post something on Facebook, try and keep it shorter than that, or you have to have a lot of stuff going on early on. Again, it's the busier something is, the more attention it's going to grab, and you only have those first few seconds when somebody's scrolling through Facebook and they're like, oh, what's going on there? Hey, that guy's talking to me. What's he saying?
I think they say max 2 minutes.
Yeah, and again, people who will say, here's the best time of day to post. Here's the exact seconds you need. There isn't anything. You know, are most people going to want to watch, you know, an hour-long video of you cleaning a house? Probably not. Can you speed that up a little bit and make it 2 minutes? Yeah, people will pay attention to that. You can go ahead and fast forward through this, but literally the customer was there. They're just talking to it, doing the demo. Yeah. And right now, that one of those smiley faces that we did is actually our profile picture, which Dave will tell you, don't use your logo as your profile picture. A picture of you with your shirt on, not shirt off, but with your logoed shirt or whatever. Get that branding, showing your equipment, showing your family or your crew or whatever, is more likely to get a positive reaction there. I think there's also value of having your logo there because again, I want people to be so familiar and have seen this logo so many places on Facebook, on, you know, around town, on lawn signs, on vehicles, that I'm the first name they think of when they think of power washing. And it does, it all builds on it too. Real quick, back to the HOA stuff. If you see people that are commenting that they need, you know, hey, I need to get this house wash done, or get a price for a house wash, comment on there, and then I immediately put in it and send them a message. They won't, Facebook's not going to let that go through immediately. They'll get that, hey, so-and-so wants to connect with you. I'll send them a friend request and message them. You've got to be very responsive on it too. You can't be hands-off with Facebook and have it succeed. You know, when I get that little flag-looking notification that somebody sent me a message on the page, boom, I'm on that. I'm sending them a response right away. You have to be willing to be active on it. The other thing that's helped me a lot with it, we've been using Review Monster. That's helped boost a ton of our reviews, and that's back to with website stuff. That's giving us so much extra exposure and flooding all these other spots with more stuff that's just pointing back to us. The YouTube stuff that we do, throwing videos of us doing work, showing, you know, roof cleaning, doing oxidation removal or whatever else, that's all links back to my website. That's making that show up better. That's putting more things on the internet to help. You know, the Google companies that are the fake Google companies that'll say, hey, I got a spot on the first page of Google, it's my job to fill it. And it's like, do you mind searching and telling me where I'm at right now?